I'm Lara Carlson. I'm an advisor with Creative Memories in Arkansas, and I wanted to share some quick, easy banners that may be a little bit non-traditional. The familiar pennant type banner you see at sporting events or swim meets, birthday parties. This is a variation using a circle that's cut in half. We also have a banner punch that's currently retired. These three punches are still in our inventory: the scallop, the lace, and the basket weave. And so you can see, use these a little bit non-traditionally with offsetting the way it was punched and then just putting a dovetail in it. And on the basket weave, we used a piece that was like this, and then we just created a dovetail along one of the lines, and so that makes a very nice accent to your page. You can do a whole row of them, or you can just do a couple of them on the edge of your page or around the center. So here's the initial things that we're going to cover, and I have directions for each of those. So we made for a welcome baby with the new Daydreamer collection, and the sticker on the bottom with the map. And I'll show you real quick on how we did this, what size circles I used. I used the middle sized circle from the custom cutting system, and I used the blue blade, which cuts all the way into the smallest interior circle. And when I cut my paper, I did a 6-inch by 12-inch strip, and then I just went all the way down it. And every time I placed it, I like to position it the same way, so I went all the way to where that would show each time. And so every time I cut my circle, I put the 2 pegs, and then the blade will rotate right along with it. So just before you pierce it, just go ahead and make sure it's in the track, pierce it and rotate it, cut the circle and make sure it's freed before you. And then every time I repositioned it, I just made sure that same distance right there and there was the same, and I went all the way down. And so it's a 2-inch circle, and so when I went and did my cuts to cut it in half, I was able to see that easily with my trimmer and cut it at 1. And you can see how, as you formed the pennant, you just place them right along it and form your decoration across your page. So you can do multiple ones. You can make it angle up. I also, I really liked the way that looked, and I just continued on with that idea. On the lettering, I was able to use my Happy Album stickers. I believe it was kit 7. So that's what I put welcome there. If you used a lighter piece of paper, I probably would have put them right onto the half circles. And so another variation of this was creating a page and doing the banner all 4 sides, and it kind of created a quilt pattern. So this is all ready to do, have for a page, maybe a title page or a poem or a scripture. So that was the first one, and now I'm going to show you a technique for making a pennant. So this is my page that I created, and I'm just going to walk you through it. It is a 4x4 piece of paper, and we're going to mark it by bisecting each of the angles. And I'm just going to do that with a pencil. I'm going to do it on the reverse side of that I want to actually use, and that way if the pencil markings show, it doesn't matter. So I'm just bisecting each angle, and then it's a 4-inch square, so I'm going to go 2 inches in here and 2 inches this way. You can also place it onto your mat and mark it easily. And so what we're going to do there is just connect those lines. On the ones that go to the edge, not the corner, they're already going to be your 2 inches. And then the lines that go to the corners, you're going to want to mark those. So I'm just going to go all the way around and mark that at 2. The ones that are at the angle, we'll need to mark. And we're going to connect these lines, and what you're going to end up with is the perfect amount of triangles to make that pennant that goes across the page. So I'm just marking 2 across all the way, and then I'm going to connect those lines. So the 2 inches out from the center all the way around, and you're going to make a nice octagon, I guess, 8-sided. And what I typically do, I trace it all the way around, but a shortcut would be to go ahead and cut this in half right here and layer it over your other piece, because you want these to be as similar sized as possible. So here we're just going to cut your octagon, and then we're going to have, what, 8 pieces for your pennant. So we'll remove the excess, and here's the first pennant that I did. And you can see just by easily placing them across your page, you're going to have your second pennant. Or I also like to divide it. A lot of times I'll put it on the corner of a page just to angle it, like 2 or 3 of them right there. So these are perfect for a graduation, a birthday, all kinds of things I've used them for, the celebrations. So if you wanted just to angle it, you could do that, or like I said, across the page. So there's your, and then embellishing it with letters or stickers makes for a quick title. I did one for Thanksgiving, and it's perfect for thankful. You'll find all kinds of, or if you're trying to center it, a baby girl, you just put baby here and put GIRL right there, and then leave the 2 opposite. So there's some options with the pennant. So again, it's just the 4x4 square, bisecting the angles, making an octagon, and then you'll get the 8 perfect pennant squares. The tip I have for the scallop and the lace was simply to use it and go past the recommended stop point by 1. So when you start it, you put it onto the line, and if you were to make a whole strip of it, you would just keep on going and line up there. But what we're going to do is wait till you see that piece right there. So you're actually past where it would be, and you're going to end up with a little non-punched area. And what I did each time was went 1 past it to where I could see it, lined it up, go 1 past it to where you can see it, punch it, line it up. And then on these, I just found the midway and went ahead and made a little dovetail. And you can do that all the way across, and that was another idea for a banner across your page. And you can see with the different papers the effect of it, how pretty that looks. And so that was with the scallop. And if I were to pull out the lace, again, you have your starting silver strip right here, and that's where you insert your paper, go in, and if you were just to make a whole strip of the lace, you would just line up to the next one and punch. But we're going to go past right here and then you'll see that that flag will be unpunched, and then we can just go back and do that dovetail, and it makes a really interesting display. And so again, you could make it pointy, or you can go ahead with that dovetail. If you wanted to, you can measure the midpoint and then go up. So that was similar to what we had over here with the sample. So some fun new ideas, hopefully maybe some old tools. You could also, instead of using this, I've been scrapbooking since 1997, and I have this little gem of a circle punch, and that would work well for making those circles. Also, this was a place and punch, or a also retired, which is perfect for doing those circle pennants. So if you have either of those, might go get those out of your storage. So I'd like to see what you can come up with, and challenge you to make a new border with your pennant.